right, family, back for Speak Trivia. The question was this: which NFL team has the longest active streak of games without a 300-yard passer? LeSean McCoy swears he knows the answer. I bet I'll put $200 down that it's wrong.
Dang, 200?
200. Easy 200.
You got money. Now, it's not the player, it's a team, right?
Sir.
So I was thinking about the Giants. I was thinking about them.
Yeah.
Right?
I was thinking about them,
I started thinking about them Broncos. Thinking about them a little bit.
Think about them.
I'm heating up.
Okay, heat up.
I'm going to go with the Giants.
And I'm going to go with X.
I am going with the New York Football Jets.
Good answer. Also,
Give her that. Hey. Take that with you.
this one is difficult, but you should know it.
Ooh, see what I'm saying? But hold up, you ever see the referees back in the day with the officials?
My first guess was Chicago.
Oh, I should.
But
I'm gonna go
Like
Las Vegas Raiders.
They didn't have a 300-yard game this year, nor last year.
The Green Bay.
Oh, the Green Bay, yes. Hey, yo, but hold up. The umpires back in Little League, they be like, hey, if you strike out, he be like,
I forgot 12 was
You ever see him, though?
because Aaron didn't have one
Yeah,
last
12
year.
was struggling last year, too.
That was a good one. Shout out to you, Andy, coming up with those. We appreciate
We
it.
should have known.
Exactly. Andy, our producer, is a Packers fan. Okay, let's get to third and long, family, because this is Jalen Hurts only has 6 picks. He got 8 picks. I recall the quarterback in Dak Prescott having 15 picks last season, and he got a whole lot of heat.
Ooh.
But the Eagles winning these games.
Yeah.
So break this down for me. Are you giving Jalen Hurts a pass for his turnovers? 8 interceptions leads the league.
I'm give him a pass, hall pass, be on the hallways as long as you want. Yes, you know why? Where did we go last year? Super Bowl, right? And who was the reason why? Jalen Hurts. As a starter, he's 23-2. All he do was win. That's what he does. So as much as we're talking about the turnovers and all this and that, if you watched that game, you thought he played well, right? Now, I'm going to say this. Other than the fumble he had, right, was he trying to make a play, defense made a play, fumble. Can't have that. Pocket, 2 hands on the ball, got to protect it. But the pick, it's football. Right? It's football.
People looking at you sideways right now.
No.
Now it's football.
No.
Now it's football.
Got a lot of passes now.
We not gonna act like Dak Prescott. I don't even want to talk about him right now because y'all gonna piss me off on TV, and I don't want the American scene.
We talking turnovers, though.
Listen, I've seen Dak throw picks like this to the defense. You see what I'm saying? Right to him. This play right here with Jalen Hurts, he's throwing the ball, and then the defender's unblocked. He swats at it and hits it. That happens all the time in football.
For clarity, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this to make sure we clear. You only care about turnovers if they lead to losses.
I don't like turnovers in general. So I don't want to start this narrative that I'm just okay with turnovers because it's my quarterback. No, I'm not okay with that. He has to protect the ball.
But why are you giving him a pass then?
Because when you playing a top team like the Dolphins, all we need is a win.
Sure.
So all we need is a win.
It's all season, though, Shady.
Okay, but listen. At the end of the day, what's the record? 5-1?
6-1, I think.
I'm sorry, 6-1. I'm taking that. That's tied for the best. Wait, not tied.
Yes,
oh, because the Chiefs. The Chiefs.
Yeah.
We tied for the best record in football. That's what we talking about. So I think if I would be panicking if he's having these turnovers and we're sitting at 3-3, 4-3. Like those are starting to alarm. Hey, man, hey. But listen, he's getting better. Right? Even though he had them turnovers, he's playing better. I got to give him that. That last game, he threw that ball to A.J. Brown. Oh, my God. A.J. Brown's a beast in his own. You see that dot? That was a dime. That was a real dime between 2 defenders. I'm taking that. I look at the leadership, how he drove his team to victory. Without Jalen Hurts, we don't win that game. Picks or no picks. We don't win that game. So I'm going to say this. I'm happy with my quarterback. He can be better. Like, we all can be better. But I'm taking that 6-1 out of NFL. Now, y'all do the math on that.
This is very interesting. Joy, you giving Jalen Hurts a pass for his turnovers?
I don't need to be better. I'm pretty good. Maybe like margin, like this much. You know, like I gotta be like great to like the best ever. But I hear you. I am giving him a pass, but please stop doing that, Jalen, please. You're making it so hard for me up here.
Feel me?
Okay, just please stop.
At 6-1, hard for you?
Please stop, because here's what it is. I'm not concerned about him. I'll say what you don't want to talk about Dak, so I'll talk about Dak for you. I feel like we're aligned on this. Correct me if I'm wrong, Shady. I think Jalen Hurts is more clutch I think he's a better quarterback overall, and and I think he finds ways to win games, right? I don't necessarily put Dak all the way in that space because I haven't seen Dak do it yet. I haven't seen Dak get to an NFC Championship game. Therefore, he hasn't been to a Super Bowl. I've seen Jalen do both. Jalen was an All-Pro.
Hard to do.
Runner-up for MVP last year. So I'm going to consider his resume when I look at these mistakes. However, I don't think this translates well once you get to the postseason, which is what I am concerned about. Yes, they are still winning games. Yes, he is still playing at a high level. When he's not making mistakes, he's still playing at a very high level. And this game was a very impressive win because it's not like they just beat the Dolphins. This is a real blowout win for NFL standards with those mistakes. So imagine what could happen if you just remove those turnovers. I'm with you. I don't like turnovers. I'm not going to get up here and advocate for turnovers being a thing that you shouldn't worry about. But my concern for Dak Prescott, because I know Cowboys fans are just losing their minds, their necks are spinning around right now. My concern for Dak Prescott is, are you going to be able to overcome those turnovers? If you're going to throw these turnovers consistently, are you going to overcome them when it matters most? And the answer was no.
Wasn't the answer no as well for the Eagles? Because it mattered most in the Super Bowl. They lost by 3 points. Shady,
so Cowboys and the Eagles aren't in the same situation. They're not in the same conversation.
But this situation is, can you overcome them when it matters most? Nothing matters more than a Super Bowl.
Yep. Sure,
there was a
but the
turnover
Cowboys
for a
can't
touchdown.
get to the NFC Championship game, let alone the Super Bowl, to be. Don't worry about problems you don't have. It's like when people come up and start talking to me about taxes. You don't have. Do you have a bookkeeper? You have an accountant? Don't talk to me about taxes. These are problems you don't have.
So when do you care about turnovers?
Yeah. In the postseason, which is why I'm saying I'm worried about it now, because I don't want this to become a habit that continues into the postseason. But I don't think that it will. I think it's fair to be concerned about it, but to start panicking about it, it's just not time yet.
Yeah, we need to hurry up and get to that second question. That's the one I'm trying to get to. Second question.
I mean, we can pivot to that now.
But I think the football gods have given Jalen Hurts a pass because as much as we want to sit here and say, take care of the football, Jalen, they're winning, right? That's the football. If they were losing, we would be killing Jalen Hurts right now.
Me too. I would too.
We hope so.
That's right.
Because you killed Dak. So we hope so. But I think the football guys is protecting him right now because they are winning football games. So at the end of the day, whether it's just like if you miss a tackle for a touchdown but you still win the game, you walking off the field like, I'm going to watch that play on tape, but, man, we got the W. If you fumble, whatever it is, if I drop a touchdown pass and we find a way to win, the football gods help me, boy. We found a way to win a game, and I didn't play my best.
He ain't lying.
Jalen is not playing his best right now, but the football guys, the Eagles, are still finding ways to win football games. So from that standpoint, they being protected right now, and when you're winning, you don't blow a whole lot of stuff up. You watch the film, you correct it. I got to get better taking care of the football. But that's the only thing right now that's saving them, you know. And for me not to really be really worried about it and give them a pass because they winning games. So I got to.
Acho, let me this real quick. So he made a great point. There's games where we play great and you still find a way to lose.
Yeah.
There's games you play terrible and you find ways to win. That's football. That's the football guy.
Sure.
The reason why we talking bad about Brock Purdy, not bad, but just concerned about him because they're losing. But if you had them 2 picks and all that, and you still find a way to win, it's like, okay, you know what? Hey, we got to fix that problem. It's not killing us, but we got to fix that problem.
But here's my problem. It's not killing you until it does. For example, Shady, if you rush for 200 yards in a Super Bowl, you've won 2 of them. Say you rush for 200 yards in a Super Bowl, but you fumbled. You fumbled and they scored on it. Then the next year, through 7 games, you lead the league in fumbles. Okay. The reason I would care is because we just saw it bite you in the butt in the most important game of your life. You fumbled in the Super Bowl. The point I'm making here is Jalen Hurts is second in the National Football League in giveaways. Okay. The giveaway in the Super Bowl, I suggest, and we were all there watching it, the giveaway in the Super Bowl was a clear difference in the game. The Eagles lost by 3. The giveaway was anywhere from a 7 to a 14-point swing. If the Eagles score, it's a 14-point swing. If you assume the Eagles punt, it's a 7-point swing. So we have seen a Jalen Hurts giveaway cost the Eagles in the most meaningful moment, second most meaningful game of their entire franchise history.
Absolutely.
So how can you give them a pass when you've seen it already bite him in the butt?
And let me tell you this. So that's a great point because you played football. You played college. You played pro, right? And we always say this. It's not one play that changed the game, right? Or that defines the game. So, yeah, he had that fumble, right? And that helped us lose. But we ain't going to talk about how the Chiefs had 2 uncontested touchdowns.
Of course.
So as much as we can do that if you want to do that. We can start picking at different things. That's what football is, right? It's not just one play that changes the whole game. It's like, that's why we lost. No, it's other things that helped out. I'm just saying this. When I look at the game, I look at the Philadelphia Eagles, right? I look at Jalen Hurts. He had such a great year last year that we expect that every game. That's not reality. That's not realistic. It's not. It's the NFL. It's the elite of the league. And I think that he could be playing better, obviously, yes. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to give me these picks the way you're doing, I'm going to take the scenario of us being 6-1, the best team in the NFL right now. I'm going to take that.
But we all know.
Hold on. And I think this, if you have something to coach, no team is just that great. We have nothing to coach, nothing to get better at. If I ask you, what can the Eagles get better at? You're going to say two things. You're going to say three things, actually. Turnovers, because we're not getting turnovers on defense. Yeah. Sacks, we're not getting to the quarterback. And the third thing is protecting the football. Yeah. So those are things to help us to be even better. So if we're already 6-1 right now, and we got three major things to fix, what the hell you think we're going to be if we fix even two of them?
Yeah, but I think
one of them.
I think where Acho is going is...
Where he going? Tell me, because I'm lost.
Can you win a Super Bowl the way Jalen Hurts is playing right now in Philadelphia? The way he's turning the football over, Shady, can you win a Super Bowl? Because last year, they lost the Super Bowl turning the ball over.
You got to get there.
Can you win a Super Bowl the way this young kid is playing right now? The answer's no.
Hold on, bro. It's still early, though, fellas. It's still early.
Bro, he lead the league,
There's two things you got to do to get to the Super Bowl. First, you got to win your division.
Sure.
That's the first thing, right? I think we're looking good at that part. The second thing is getting to the Super Bowl, which I think we still can do that. Look at the NFC. If you had to pick an NFC team right now, who would you guys pick? Mr. Turnover guys, who'd y'all pick?
Eagles.
Eagles?
I got to think about that.
And I know who my dog rolling with. So my thing is like, yes, there's things that we can fix to be a great team, but we're a really, really good team. And we're ahead of a lot of other teams that may protect the ball better than we do. Still a better team. So my thing is, if we can fix that issue, what we going to be like? It's going to be scary in Philadelphia. You're going to see me with the flag.
But that's the only thing that worries me because he ain't fixed it in 6 games.
Okay, well.
You know what I'm saying? So is it going to happen overnight? Because he ain't fixed the turnovers in 6 games, and I don't think the way he's playing right now that they going to be able to win.
He put 35 points up in that Super Bowl. Did y'all forget that?
I didn't.
Did you forget that?
I didn't.
You talking about this little bitty fumble they got, right? What about the 35 points?
Here's my issue, though. I can't call it a itty bitty fumble because it was a 14-point swing. Like it was a 14-point swing. 35 points. 7 out of 35 is 20%. So that was 20% of the points that were scored were on that fumble. Right. That's the reason I can't call it itty bitty, Joy.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't like turnovers either. And I think that this is a problem for the postseason. I don't think it's a problem for the regular season. But the reason why it is a bit haunting to me is because last year we kept talking about Dak Prescott turning the ball over and how it's not going to matter right now. You're still winning games. They were still winning games despite the fact that he was turning the ball over. Yep. It's not going to matter right now. What it is going to matter is once you get into the postseason and you play in the best and you turn the ball over and they take advantage of those turnovers, how can you recover from that? That is what is concerning to me. Not right now, not the current state. Can he correct this before the postseason? And I'll give you an example of someone who did this very successfully, and they won a Super Bowl. And that was Matthew Stafford, who led the league in interceptions the year that they won the Super Bowl. So he had all these turnovers, and everyone was like, he really that guy. It's not really happening. It's the same thing as in Detroit. He's not going to be able to step up. That he's going to turn the ball over. It didn't happen in the postseason, and they won the Super Bowl. So it can be corrected, even if it lasts all year. But we don't want to see that, and it's a habit that you don't want to get comfortable with. So they're winning games. The gods are protecting them. But sometimes, you know, he turns his cheek. You know what I mean? So you gotta be careful when you're playing with this. I don't think it's a good thing. But Jalen Hurts, to me, is someone who is concerned about getting better. He's gotten better every year, which is why he got paid, which is why they got to the Super Bowl. He's the leader of the team. He's aware. I don't think we're breaking news that he needs to take care of the ball. So I anticipate that this will be corrected.
I love this conversation because I love that example. Matthew Stafford's a phenomenal example. He led the league in interceptions, 41 touchdowns, I believe 17 interceptions the year they won the Super Bowl. He got busy. If you ask any Niners fan or go rewatch the game when the Rams played the Niners en route to a Super Bowl,
it's gonna be if somewhere.
I believe it was 9 minutes and 41 seconds. Jaquiski Tartt.
Oh, my goodness.
Boom. And to your point, the football gods saved the Rams because Matthew Stafford threw it was
a punt return.
Inconceivable.
If he called it.
It was inconceivable.
The football guys, they favor.
You need a better.
They favor the better team.
You know what it is? Luck favors the prepared.
No doubt.
Right?
No doubt about it.
I don't know about that.
They were the better team. No, it does. It does. That's why you prepare. So that when you get into a moment like that, that's how it goes. You need a little luck. And when you're prepared, it favors you.
I think
that was the NFC Championship game.
I think
it's a great point.
I watched it.
Gotta get there.
I was 13-3 and 14-2, and the football guys did not help us. We're home field advantage, so
You should.
not the better team always gets the football guys.
I don't think that you should count on the grace of the football guys. That's not what I'm
that struck
saying.
a little chord right there,
I don't
boy.
think that you should walk by faith and not by sight in this situation. I'm just saying that there are examples. Brett Favre is another example of somebody who turned the ball over a lot.
I played with him.
Our
A lot.
our
So you
championship
remember,
run, the Bucs.
some of them went to you and some of them went to the other team.
But he won a Super Bowl.
Okay, he just played in a Super Bowl. In order to win in a Super Bowl, you have to do what first? Get to a Super Bowl. So we're really aligning these concerns with past conversations that we've had about quarterbacks or teams who haven't been in that space. So the question is, are we giving passes or how concerned are we? The concern in the pass is contingent upon what have you already shown the ability to do.
No matter how.
And we played another thing about the picks. Like, we did play the Dolphins. The Dolphins were 5-1 when they
Not
played.
great on defense, though.
Hold on.
No, they're good.
Y'all said this team was a good team, right?
They are, but they're
they
not good on defense.
Well,
That's fair.
No,
It's not unfair of me to say.
It's not unfair, but all I'm saying is they play against a really, really good team, right?
Yes.
And if you turn the ball over against a really good team, you should
Lose.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying. Good defense, bad defense. I'm saying this team is really, really good, right? We keep talking about it.
No, they're
so
good
my
team.
thing is, if we play a really, really good team and we turn the ball over and we still won, we didn't win. We dominated. That game.
Agreed.
We not in good space.
I'm not
Come
tripping.
on, Acho.
The thing, James makes the point of, can the Eagles win the Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts playing like this? That's the only point where I'll say, like, that's a good point. And the only reason I care is because we saw a turnover in the Super Bowl. Yeah. I just can't turn the blind eye to that.
So let me
That's
ask you
the only reason I care.
Let me ask you this, and I want you to be honest to America and myself, or in us. Last year when the Eagles were playing, did you think that they would win a Super Bowl that last year?
No.
Or you still thought that the Chiefs would, right?
I thought Chiefs would.
This year, would you say that it's fair to say that this is probably our best shot?
Yeah.
What we talking about? Because when I look around the league, I don't see no super sharp teams. The Chiefs are winning, but they haven't been looking great. The Ravens, they look good last week. They haven't been looking great. This is the best. I think this is the best opportunity for us to win a championship. Because we're not playing at our best, but we have the best record. Do you see what I'm saying? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down?
I am.
We picking
I'm gonna
it
get
up.
you a 25 jersey. That's what you need. That's what you need.
We picking it up, and that's why I said yes. I give them a pass because
Thank you,
winning
brother.
covers up everything.
Everything.
Period.
That is
right.
true.
If it was losses, and this was the question, everybody's answer would be, heck no, he don't get no pass. But they are winning, and winning covers up everything.
Shady, you brought up the Ravens, so let's talk about the Ravens. When we return, the Ravens have their biggest, most impressive win of the season, 38-6 over the Lions. James Jones and I will take you into the film room, showing you from an NFL player's perspective what it is about the Ravens offense that is causing them to put up firework type of performances. That is next on Speed.
I tee that up. I need
did.
some of your
Well
check
done.
this week. I need some of your check. I tee that thing up. I tee that thing up.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.